The TURNEFFE Atoll is perhaps the largest and most naturally diverse coral atoll in the Caribbean. Despite its economic and conservation value, it is the only atoll in the Mesoamerican reef system with no significant protection. But this unique unspoiled Belizean gem is facing the first signs of modern intrusion that could lead to its destruction. While most of offshore Belize is under concessions for oil exploration, what happens within the next decade will determine Turniffe's true future.
And I think, from my perspective, it's an economic issue. I think that the biggest part of Belize's economy is tourism. In fact, 40% of the economy is tourism. By far, tourism is by far the biggest employer in Belize. And in my mind, we're going to sacrifice potentially the bulk of our economy for a potential oil economy. And I think that's just a big economic mistake.
Until recent years, its relative isolation provided some element of protection. However, today TURNEFFE Atoll is truly an atoll at risk. Improper development practices, overfishing, and a lack of meaningful protections are some of the issues urgently needing attention. The creation of Belize's first biosphere reserve is critical to that future, and a vibrant TURNEFFE Atoll Trust will be the means of creating it.
I believe it was 2002, I decided that I wanted to get more involved with conservation of Turneffe, and so I joined an effort named 1% for the Planet. And through that process, we give 1% of everything that comes in the door to conservation through TURNEFFE Atolll Trust, which is it's a non-profit company in the United States, and it's also a registered NGO in Belize. And we were very involved with the catch and release legislation that was passed in 2009, and mostly are interested in seeing that the Turneffe is preserved.
In the 1990s, Belize created 12 marine protected areas. Turneffe Atoll, the country's most ecologically pristine remaining ecosystem, was not included. Placing the atoll into a marine protected area status would significantly help with the rapidly depleting fish populations and the preservation of endangered Antillean manatee, Nassau grouper, hawksbill turtles, and threatened Goliath grouper, as well as healthy populations of bonefish, permit, and tarpon that have made it famous among fly fishers around the world.
It's a very extensive process that's outlined by the government, and all the marine reserves have to follow a set process with extensive consultations and collection of data. So it'll be a 6-month process to get this all accumulated and put into a management plan. And as I said earlier, just having a management plan doesn't do anything. You have to institute it and make it effective, but it's potentially a tremendous tool for managing the resource and supporting the commercial fishery and making it sustainable, and supporting sustainable tourism and just in general sustainable economic development.
What the future holds for one of Belize's unprotected gems is unknown, but research work done by these scientists is now being returned to Belize in one comprehensive report which provides a record of what is Belize's marine biodiversity. Scientists urge Belizeans to fully acquaint themselves with the wealth of marine life in Belize. Reporting for Love News, I am Maria Novello.